Hey y'all, welcome, welcome. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. My name is Takesha. Welcome to the Sunshine Garden on the first day of autumn. If this is not your first time visiting, welcome back. Hey. All right, so today, y'all, I'm going to be picking some peppers. I don't think I have much more than just peppers. But today officially, I think it was like 2:13 p.m. is fall. So fall 2025. And I think so this year I've started a few different things, okay? We have the corner garden and I have a pumpkin patch. In addition to earlier this year, I started the secret garden. It didn't do well at all, y'all. I just kind of let it go to weed and a lot of other stuff. I mean, I got a few squash that started to grow up the trellis, but today I'm just going to give you a little tour as we pick some peppers, maybe tomatoes, and I don't really think I have much other than that. But if this is your first time visiting, I'm a small channel. We're looking to grow to 1,000 subscribers. So please feel free to like and subscribe. Here on this channel, we talk about a few different things, of course, but we mainly talk about home ownership and all that it entails, building multiple streams of income, and contracting and repair. And today, one of our multiple streams of income is gardening. All right, so let's go garden together. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome. What's going on, Zach? Hey, Magda. Welcome. Welcome to my sunshine garden here in Georgia. Hey, Steele. What's going on? Thank you. So I'm going to give you guys a little shot as we do a little gardening today. So this is considered food forest. I made this recently just with some markers and a pole that was basically in the garage. And this is just kind of to navigate through the yard. But the reason I really did this, have you guys ever traveled to another country and they have this real cute eclectic sign that kind of tells you where the beach is and how many miles and how far to get to a different, section of the island, etc. So that's what inspired me to do that. And I just kind of thought it was so cute and eclectic. It kind of reminds me of being somewhere else, like traveling while in the backyard. Okay. So crazy enough, y'all, this time last year, we were actually getting ready for Hurricane Helene here in Georgia. And of course, we didn't even know that Hurricane Helene was on the horizon. Matter of fact, here in Augusta, we had never had a hurricane before during my lifetime. And I think the last one was like, I don't know, it was before I was born. So I'm 43. That kind of gives you an indication that it had been so long that no one even expected it, nor did the newscasters. So I'm thankful this year we got sunshine. Oh, that's your home country, Brainrod? Okay, cool. That is awesome. Where are you guys tuning in from? I'm here in the US. I love to hear where you guys are tuning in from because believe it or not, we've gotten people from India, even Russia. So because I'm a big traveler and I love the whole world, I enjoy conversating and talking to people that are other countries. Iraq, totally cool. Welcome. So cool. Well, here in Georgia, we have 4 seasons. For autumn, you can kind of have nice weather. like we see today. And then all of a sudden it's chilly. So there's kind of not like a huge distinction sometimes between summer and the beginning of autumn, which is why I have on long sleeve shirt, but I don't need it. Matter of fact, did you guys see the solar panels? So lately the sun has changed angles a bit, and we're gonna have to adjust those solar panels just a bit. But let's get back to picking. You guys see, I'm actually picking tomatoes now. They didn't really do well this summer. Matter of fact, they're doing better now than they did earlier, but they're still not big. The reason I'm picking most of what I see though on the plants is because we're expecting some pretty hard rain at the end of the week. And because of that, I want to pick most of what I see so that we can get fresh fruit, you know? The crazy thing about picking and gardening is you definitely got to pick it so that you can get fresh fruit and more of it. And it's crazy because previously, y'all, I never wanted to pick things. I'm going to tell you why. Because I was scared that I wouldn't get any more. And I was always trying to let everything ripen on the vine until I realized, for example, with these tomatoes, you can put these in a brown paper bag or a windowsill, and they'll ripen up really nicely for you. So you can still, have the best of both worlds. If you like I do, fried green tomatoes, this is perfect. And if you like yours ripened, just put them on the windowsill or in a brown paper bag, and you can enjoy both ways. So you guys can see these are not huge, right? But they're really nice for a nice little salad, a little salsa, a little pop of color in your salad. Hey, Everest, welcome. Where are you guys tuning in from? So we got one from Iraq. I'm in the US. What about you guys? Probably want to move this over. Ugh. It's getting a little heavy. Got a good number of them on this branch. The good news is with peppers, you don't have to really be that gentle. They're pretty hardy plants. And when they get to this size, they're pretty mature. Some people like to wait until they actually turn red and then pull them. But similarly to tomatoes, you can actually put these in the windowsill too, and they'll continue to ripen or turn. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick them green, and then we'll ripen a few of them. Probably in a brown paper bag though. See right here, guys, these beautiful flowers are what turns into this jalapeno. So, because it's about to rain pretty heavily this week, as forecasted, I'm just going to go ahead and pick most of what I got growing and allow those flowers to take over and give me more peppers. Hopefully, at least another, maybe 1 or 2 pickings before the season kind of is out. What about you guys? Do you have any gardens? And if so, do you guys have any tips for me? Like, should I just allow these to kind of do its thing until the plant kind of dies? Or do you guys pull your plants up and kind of stop the process by pulling it up? I'm kind of learning, but I'm open for suggestions because I've kind of grown accustomed to having these beautiful peppers right here in the food forest. But I must admit, I kind of need some room for some of the other items that I want to grow this fall. And I was thinking about pulling them up. So these right here are bell peppers. You see that flower? That's the flower of the bell pepper. And this is one little pepper starting to grow. Now, these bell peppers really didn't do great this year for whatever reason. The jalapeno may have taken all the nutrients from it. But I did get a few bell peppers at least. Alrighty. So we got tomatoes, we got bell peppers, and we got banana peppers. Let's kind of take these back to the table so we can continue to pick. So we're taking it back to the table to kind of offload. Not sure if I'm going to get anything more than these 3 veggies this picking. But I am not complaining because these are actually all summer veggies. And they're still producing. And here we are, almost October. You know what I'm saying? Are you guys seeing the same things in your garden? Where they're still producing some of the summer veggies? And you just kind of don't even want to stop it producing to make room for some of the autumn veggies. Most of the autumn veggies today that I'm going to show you, I planted in the corner garden. And we're going to show you that in just a moment. But let's continue to pick. Hey, Still. Welcome, welcome. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm trying to get the channel to 1,000. And that's plenty famous for me. Thank you guys for helping, liking, and subscribing. Appreciate you. So these are jalapenos too. This one is kind of reaching its end. You see the difference between how this one looks, the yellowing, less jalapenos even, and then the other plant. So this one is probably going to be the first to go. Also, you can see these are cantaloupe that are technically spring plants, and they're still producing. So I got one right there, and then I had 2 somewhere. Oh, right here. 2 of them producing right here. Let me give you an idea how big they are. Oop, looks like something getting to them, y'all. Oh, looks like something got to them. Look at that, y'all. Doesn't that just break your heart when that happens? So I'm gonna have to take those off and open them up for seeds for next year. All right, so we got some more tomatoes here. Oh, thank you, thank you. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just picking the food forest right now. And you'll probably notice some of these are pretty small. But we're picking most of what we got because we're expecting it to rain pretty heavy this week. And I want to give the plants a chance to grow more fresh fruit. We're going to put this right there. So these are some of the tomatoes. Again, I'm going to put those in a brown paper bag and allow them to ripen. Who likes green tomatoes? Fried green tomatoes. I know I do. Oh, you do too? Perfect. I normally put like the fried fish or fried chicken breading on it. Previously I did it with flour. Oops, didn't mean to drop it that hard. But previously I did it with flour, a little salt, to flavor, and it's excellent. All right, y'all, so we don't got through the food forest, and those are strawberries, by the way. I usually pick these per strawberry when I'm ready for it because they are literally really ripened. Like you'll see that one right there. So they're kind of mushy quickly. But it's so delicious. Wow. The crazy thing, y'all, about fruits and vegetables that come from the garden is it's a different taste completely to what you get in the supermarket. I mean, it's so much more fresh, which is also why we know that it's so much better for your body, because if you pick something from this garden, for example, maybe 4 days or so later, it's fully ripened and matured, and it will start to go bad on you. So if something's in the supermarket and it's been there for a month and it's not going bad, what are they putting on it? Makes you question. If you can, even a small bit of land, grow your own, whatever you prefer, whatever fruits and vegetables you eat often, just grow a few of your own, because you'll get a lot more nutrients and vitamins, minerals even, from fresh grown fruits and veggies. It's just better for your body. All right, y'all. Nothing's on here yet, but look at the beautiful flowers. If I'm not mistaken, these are banana peppers. All right, here we go with some more jalapenos. Now, the good news is most of these peppers are still doing pretty decently, given the fact that we're almost at September. Look at that. Pretty good. It's a lot of good ones on this plant. even though the plant itself is a little puny. All right, so I think that's about it. Then we got some banana peppers right here. Got only 2 of them. So there we go. And then this plant right here. My hands are getting a little full now. But we got 2 more. Ugh. All right, y'all. We got some peppers. All right, speaking about peppers, so I've started this thing this year that I heard on Facebook and then confirmed on a YouTube channel about succession planting. And I was like, well, what is that? So apparently it's the belief that once something kind of ages out a bit, you want to replace that something with the same type of veggie, but just another new seedling or a new direct sow seed, so that you always have that same vegetable coming up freshly in your garden. These are green peppers that I planted maybe about three weeks ago now as seedlings, and they're starting to come up now. Whether they're going to actually grow and produce something before it gets cold and freezes, I don't know, but we are in Georgia. There's a possibility. Now, wow, look at these, y'all. These are radishes, and believe it or not, I planted these radishes from seeds probably around the same time as I planted those seedlings. Radishes are quick growers. I had no idea. Look how quick these radishes have started to grow, and it's so many of them. So I was previously tempted to kind of like thin them out, but someone told me that radishes can grow very closely and still not, damage your production. So we're gonna let it do what it does over on that side. We're testing out some stuff this year. All right, we're just testing out some stuff. All right, so this is the Sunshine Garden, y'all, and here we have more peppers. I can't remember this exact variety. I want to say it's small chili pepper, but see how small and skinny they are? They're hot though. They pack a punch, okay? So last year I had a lot of these, and that's why I don't remember what variation it is. But I kept some seeds from last year, and one of these peppers produced all of these peppers. So it was a little test. I don't know, guys. Do you guys do a little test in your garden too? Just a little experiment. See what works, what doesn't. Oops. My hands are getting a little full, y'all. All right. There we go. So look at the little grasshopper. Hopped right on in here. All right, y'all. So we forgot a banana pepper. Oops. And a few more of these beautiful spicy numbers here. Oops, something crawling on me. Beautiful part of being outdoors, right? All right, y'all. Another beautiful part about being outdoors are these flowers. So I tend to plant flowers in the garden. One, because it's beautiful, gives you a little charm, a little color, a little splash of something else. but also because it brings pollinators. And that's very important. Why? Because that's how you get fresh fruit. You got to have a bee come and move through the flower to pollinate it. So these are some for the fall. Now the sunflowers did really beautifully during the springtime. So I don't know. They're kind of hanging in right now. But these mums I recently planted last week. So we'll see. All right, I do got broccoli and Brussels sprouts that I actually purchased from the store. And they're struggling a little bit. It's almost like they have plant shock, you know. I have some beans that I grew from seedlings and recently placed there in the garden as well. And as you can see, it's struggling also. But I do see two, see that 1, 2 squash finally growing. Now this is actually not the best look of the garden. And the reason why I say that is because it's in the middle of the day. It's probably about, I don't know, 80, 87 to 90 degrees. And right now you can see these plants are in preservation stage, you know. With squash, they look shriveled up and really bad during the daytime. For whatever reason, that's how they preserve themselves. And then at night, they flourish. So it looks dehydrated, to say the least, right now. But that's okay. All right, y'all. I think this is all of our pickings for today. I just want to show you a few more areas that I planted recently. So I'm calling this my little corner garden because it's at the corner of the house. And I planted beets, radishes, lettuce, purple cabbage, kale, and cosmos just directly, you know. I just planted seeds, of course, putting a mum or two and some ferns in between to kind of give it a little something because right now it's so bare. But I'll keep you guys updated on how that's going. Previously, I tried to grow some kale from seeds, and they just didn't do good. They didn't do good at all. So this is a test. Try to do the same thing with purple cabbage. It didn't do anything. So radishes, though, they are tried and true. Look at those radishes, y'all. They're coming in already. I told you radishes are perfect growers. So if you guys are starting your gardens, I highly recommend try radishes. You won't be disappointed. Oops. I think I just stepped on a vine for berries, and you guys know how that goes. Those sticky things. All right, so I'm making sure it didn't stick me too bad. All right, back up the veggies, and I want to show you guys this. So recently, I've started the pumpkin patch. This is my first year of doing it. And again, I was inspired by a YouTube clip of how easy it is to grow pumpkins. So we're giving it a shot. First year of pumpkins and of corn. And I would say it's coming along decently. What do you guys think? Got some corn cob forming over there. Got a sunflower turned the opposite way because apparently the sun is coming from that angle. And these are pumpkins. Now, I don't have a pumpkin growing yet. So I don't have a pumpkin to show you. But I got a little foliage coming along. And a little a little lizard having a great time. Now, pumpkins apparently are pretty free-flowing veggies. or I should say, is it a vegetable or fruit? Either way, it takes up space. So I'm giving it this whole little corner over here to do its thing. Hopefully it does it. And we'll have some good veggies over there with the corn and the pumpkin. I don't think we're gonna have anything come Halloween though. You know, I don't know. I don't see anything growing, and I'm not really sure how long a pumpkin technically takes to grow fully. But that variation is the lantern, and if I'm not mistaken, like 100 days. So I don't know. October is literally in a few days, and October has 31 days. So I'll keep you updated. All right, y'all. Speaking about the updates, so we're laying out the veggies. See what we got. I like to kind of separate them per color, kind of get an idea. I don't weigh them. Some people do weigh their veggies, kind of get a better idea of how much production they have each season. But I do, in fact, separate it, and I take a picture just because I think it's so beautiful, and I enjoy growing my own food. So if you guys do as well, give me a like and subscribe, because here on the channel, we're gonna take you along the journey this autumn of growing those beets, purple cabbage, lettuce, radish, pumpkins, and corn. And then of course we got beans and potatoes, tomatoes, hog maw, if anybody knows that song. All right, so here we go. This is what we got from today's picking. Voila. Good stuff, right? Spicy. So guys, thank you for tuning in to the channel. If you stayed this long, thank you. Here on The Legacy Builder, we talk about home ownership, building multiple streams of income, contracting, and repair. And all autumn long, we're going to be taking you along with the journey, picking some of the fruits and vegetables that are left over from spring and the ones that are coming in for autumn. If you like this video and you like content like this, let me know. You know, send me a comment, like, subscribe. You're welcome, welcome, welcome to continue to come back, look at some of the other videos on the page, because we're a small channel looking to grow, and we love to have you. All right, I'm going to give you guys some chance or opportunity to enjoy the sights and sounds of the garden. Thanks again for picking the garden with me. Of a little ambiance. So we're going to give y'all a little ambiance, shall we? So I went to go get this candle just a moment ago, and I had to dodge a wasp. I don't mind bees, but I don't like the wasps. recording.
Morning
But enjoy the
glories
song.
on the vine, oh, they're singing to me. Oh, I'm planted in my garden, don't think I will ever leave. I love the long days, don't want summer running away. Weeping willows getting shade underneath the trees. I am safe. I am. I It's just me in my garden with the birds and the leaves. I am someone under the sun. I am breathing, I am free. Morning glories on the vine, oh, they're singing to me. Oh, I'm planted in my garden, don't think I will ever leave.
Okay, loyal, lovable, strong. This is WOW Internet. Well, crowd favorite.
Now, the judge is looking for consistency here,
Yeah, she wants to see one great price.
and it mustn't change.
Jane, that is commitment.
I think she likes what she sees, Doug.
Don't we all?
Best in internet is WOW.
With WOW's Price Lock Promise, your monthly internet rate won't go up. Get fast, reliable internet 300 for just $40 a month.
Wow.
Tough jobs demand even tougher power tools. The Hercules 20-volt brushless platform from Harbor Freight is rigorously tested by professionals to make sure your tools work as hard as you do. Hercules combines power, durability, versatility, and value with the universal 20-volt battery system that powers every tool. Discover why so many Milwaukee and DeWalt users are making the switch to Hercules. Hercules, as good as the best for a whole lot less. Only at Harbor Freight.
you save by switching your car insurance to Allstate? Well, let's say this is you.
Hello.
And this is you with $713. Woohoo! Drivers who switch to Allstate save an average of $713. Let's get fiscal. Lesson 2.
All right, folks. That's it for now. See you next time. Here.